talking about steroids in the earlier portion of this past decade was when Major League Baseball first came out with their rule. The two sides of that argument are, while Major League Baseball first banned it in the early 2000s, in reality, steroids were illegal without a prescription beginning in the early 1990s. So are you from the school that...
Wait a minute. Were they illegal in our country?
Without a prescription beginning in the early 1990s. So theoretically, baseball doesn't have to ban steroids when they're already illegal without a prescription.
Let me be stupid and ask this question. George Foster hit 50 home runs in 1977. Then all of a sudden in 1997, you have two guys that beat Roger Maris to 61 home runs. And one guy hit 70, another guy hit 66 after 20 years. Then all of a sudden, 3 or 4 years later, a guy hit 73. Now, at what time does the light go off in your head to think something unusual is going on? When it takes 20 years for a guy, and it takes 20 years for a guy to never lead the league in home runs and hit over 63 times and never lead the league in home runs. When does the red light come on that either the ballparks are too small or the balls are juiced or the athlete that used to weigh 210 weighs 240 now in 1 year? Is there any kind of light that goes on in anybody's eyes?
When did you first realize something was going on?
When my son told me he played against Mark McGwire in St. Louis, and he said Mark McGwire hit one in batting practice to come within 2 rows going out of Busch Stadium. Now that's just not normal. It's not normal for a guy to be able to hit a ball that far. You know, when you see these guys, and I know these guys work out, but when you see these guys go from here to there, and then all these players start breaking down. If you're on top of your game, you can just see what's happening. But I can see what was happening. I have no say. I have no say in the game of baseball.
What do you think the primary reason for the offensive explosion was or is?
You mean why all the home runs being hit so far?
Sure.
Because guys were doing illegal things. Guys were doing illegal things.
Barry Bonds, when his name became linked to performance-enhancing drugs, how did that impact how you viewed his achievements?
No, it didn't impact me at all because Barry's a friend of mine, and I think till this day, Barry said he didn't use them.
Didn't knowingly use
okay,
the,
well, who am I to say Barry's lying? I mean, you know, and I might have a different philosophy on that if he got 42-57. You know, because I know how hard I worked to get my record. It's a shame you can't ask Hank Aaron that question. I wonder what Hank would say. I don't know. I don't know what Hank would say. Barry did something that's very unusual to do, and I can contest to that because I went through it. It's very hard to dominate any major league sport once you become over 40. Okay, but he did. And he's 7-time most valuable player. Barry Bonds is a great ball player.